How do you help businesses avoid shiny object syndrome when it comes to new software? I was talking to one of my clients last week, and they were telling me about one of their friends who was the sole person at an organization to make sure that everyone was using the software correctly. That friend at one point decided to leave the organization. Management then realized, hey, we actually need this person to make sure everyone else is doing it correctly. So they hired the friend back as a consultant at double the rate to make sure that that software was being used correctly. The friend obviously thought this was a great deal and went for it. The time came again for that friend to move on to other things. And when they did, that friend's replacement was now the one in charge of making sure that the software was used correctly. The only thing is that the replacement had no context for why things were done a certain way. And then they weren't as strict at making sure that everything was done in the correct manner. After a couple years of this, no one understood what was the main function of that original software. All they knew was that it didn't work exactly the way they needed it to, but that was a result of not maintaining the current system. The solution that the organization went with was to find a new software with someone else who could make sure that everyone used it correctly. And they've started that same process again of having a brand new software that says it will do everything, and it actually will. But if you're not working that system and everyone isn't trained on the correct use of that software and why things are done a certain way, after a while, when new people come into the organization and start asking questions of why are we using this software if it's not doing everything we need it to do? Let's move over to this new software. The question that I would tell business owners to ask themselves and their team is, do we need a shiny new software, or do we just need to make sure that we're using the software that we currently have in place to its full potential?